as he's walking away, you hear his voice barely carries back to you and just says, I'm going to go see if Bartleby has a drink.
That's not a bad idea.
There's gotta be something to be found here, right?
Seemingly so. That was definitely an interesting one to see otherwise. Not that I really wanted to see that, but I don't really know, but I just anything else would have been fine.
And just a point of order above table here, just to clarify, like everything that happened in that one shot, you guys saw in your vision.
Yeah.
Except me and Bartleby, right? We didn't technically see it.
No, but if you guys would like to hand wave it, Diedra can explain to you everything that she saw while Professor's casting or something like that. Totally up to you guys how you want to do it. But you can share the information with the party.
Yeah.
Without us having to spend 2 hours selling the tale.
Yeah. Like, I'm gonna go see if Carrot by any chance saw that too. And I'm gonna go find Carrot. Since Kimbo is going to find Bartleby.
Okay, so you go out and you find Kyleron sitting staring at the wall, and he's kind of moving his lips occasionally, and he seems very lost in his own thoughts. And you can just make out the edge of Carrick's cloak top of the tower. Maybe 20, 25 feet above you.
Is there a way up, or did he climb?
There's a ladder there, an old rickety ladder. I forgot you weren't here for that.
Okay. Kyle, you okay, buddy?
Oh, yes. Quite well.
Okay.
You know, we are actually chasing a dragon?
Yeah.
And you're fine with that?
Yeah.
Like, not metaphorically?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay. All right. Okay, good.
I did warn you.
All
I
right.
did warn you.
Yeah, you warned me. I had warning. Yeah.
You're fine. We are going to find this dragon, and we're going to slay it, and you're going to go down in history, and you're going to be rich, and you're going to love your life.
Roll persuasion.
Whether that's posthumously or not, we'll see.
19.
Well, the 19 is you say famous. He goes. And then you say rich. He goes.
Kyleron the Dragon Slayer. Doesn't that have a nice ring to it?
The nicest ring I think I've ever heard.
Yeah. You just keep your head up, buddy.
Carrick, you're right. What could go wrong?
Exactly! Attaboy!
And he kind of gets back to his bedroll a bit and begins setting about making his little cubby there a bit of a cozy resting place.
Diana just looks up. It's like, oh, Carrick, let down your hair.
My hair's short. Shut up. What do you want?
Did you see the thing?
What thing? I have no clue what you're talking about.
Then you didn't see the thing. Come down here so I can tell you about the thing.
No, Diadra, I don't want to see your penis, please.
Nah, fuck you too.
We're not that kind of friends.
I start climbing up the ladder. Motherfucker, this little asshole.
Carrick, you just see her grumpy mailed gauntlets grabbing onto the ladder, coming up over the edge.
Ah, crap! He's coming to get me.
Bartleby, you're kind of just hearing this conversation at the edge of your hearing. Well, you're just, I assume, kind of like satisfied chuckling at what
I'm
you
going.
accomplished.
I wish I still had my wood friend.
Hey, Dad, just got one.
Gosh dang it.
Why aren't we streaming this one?
We are. Actually, I couldn't get the music to work, so I turned the stream off.
Woo!
I didn't say log. I said
Oh my god. God damn it. Don't let Angela hear that they're joking about Lizzie having a big dick. She'll be very jealous.
Yeah, she's gonna be afraid that mine's bigger when we all know it is.
God.
We'll bait her into coming to play.
it's getting hot in here.
Take that.
Oh.
Whew. Okay. Okay. About this time, in fact, Professor Whitebubbles finishes his casting, and your unseen servant comes into form in front of you, invisibly.
So I was shooting for the crack, hoping that to summon it underneath the altar in the space I am presuming is there. Was I able to do that or not?
You can tell me the rules on the summoning of the range, or have to be where you can see, or anything like that.
Unoccupied space within 60 feet. AC 1 or AC 10, hit points 1, strength 2, drops to 0, hit points it disperses.
Nothing about you have to be able to see where it comes into existence.
Shockingly not.
Whoa.
That's huge, actually.
Yeah, that has far-reaching implications for an unseen servant that I've never considered. Okay, you try to summon him underneath the altar, which you can just see a small gap between the altar and the floor is what you perceived last time. Without knowing what's under there, the summoning completes, the ritual finishes, and you don't detect that anything went awry with the spell.
Okay. I'm going to start giving it random commands like pull levers, push buttons, and just like, I don't know. Well, if there's not any buttons, don't push them. Pull ropes. Flip switches.
You
Drop
hear,
small objects.
what was the last thing?
Drop small objects.
You hear just a very faint, out from underneath the crack, a clink, 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 clink of metal bouncing on stone.
Wait, whatever that was, bring it back here and show it to me.
You don't see anything at first, and then plunk, wedging out from underneath the opening is a small gold coin.
Ah! We're on to something here! Are there more of those? Throw them around if there are.
You hear a fair amount of
Perfect! Ah. I'm only able to give commands. It is mindless.
How strong is it?
What's that?
How strong is it?
10-pound object, I think. Or strength 2, so like not very.
I'd like Kimbo and I need to come back in.
Well, I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that like I can reasonably do. Like, no, I'm. What is 60 feet? Can I actually walk outside with 60 feet of range? I don't think I can. Can I? No, that's too far. 850 feet. I think your tile size is wrong, but
well,
anyway. So
it's actually a big place.
Yeah.
But for some reason, I think they made the tile size a little off as well, because it's not that big of a place. Those beds are not actually 15 feet long. So why they made the tile size look like that, I do know.
So I think I'm going to.
You can get 60 feet. You can get near the edge of the front door.
Yeah. I just want to finish exhausting all of the options I can think of for traps and release mechanisms and so on for a few more minutes here before I risk losing my unseen servant by walking out of the room. So I'm going to continue to fiddle around with commands and see if I can come up with any door opening mechanisms that are likely to exist that I haven't tried yet.
All right, go ahead and roll me an Arcana check. That's your intelligence modifier, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That is one of my 3 best modifiers. But the digital dice isn't rolling. The computer can't handle this game. So 15 plus 7 is whatever 15 plus 7 is. 22. There
22.
we go.
Okay, so with a 22, which is better than the digital dice that did roll on my screen.
Okay, you can take that one too, because I did click it 3 times. And
no, that's okay. That's all right.
roll.
I prefer you use the physical dice anyway to get the real D&D experience here. So with a 22, as you extend out your commands to it magically and feel the connection that you and your servant share with the weave, your long that's not the right word. The connection that you've forged with magic in Faerun on Toril over many, many, many years allows you to have almost an artistic feel of it rather than a scientific understanding of it at this point. And by commanding your servant to move around in different angles and directions, you're able to actually get a picture in your head of the shape of what it is moving around in. and you don't perceive any specific levers, mechanisms, traps, but it does seem like there's something on the ceiling below the altar itself that seemed to be like long and cylindrical across the top of the small boxy space that your servant is in.
Okay.
And they run perpendicular to the altar.
Got it. Okay.
You also have a pretty good idea of how far you can go before you'll lose your servant, so you're able to go towards that edge.
I'm gonna start walking back towards the door, and as I get near the door, I'm gonna call out, "I think we're onto something in here!" And then I'm going to flick the gold coin out the door and into the walkway outside.
Nice. You guys pretty much all hear his voice call out from the large doorway. So there you go.
So can I have been telling Carrick everything during that?
Yep.
Cool. Oh crap, Carrick. I guess we better get down there. You are muted, and don't call me Deirdre.
Cool story, Deirdre. Let's get down there and see what the professor's talking about.
I walk
I'll hop
into
out.
the doorway front hall, and I go, I just cooked some rabbits. I got some twigs and berries. You'd better come and eat it now, or they'll be in my belly. And I'm like, hello? No?
Like, Bartleby!
I am all for food, but unfortunately I'm on a bit of a tether here. Perhaps we can have dinner inside?
Okay.
Bartleby, please take inspiration. If you did not already have it.
I don't.
That was a nat 20 in my book.
That was a very clear Blues Clues ripoff in my book. From the very many songs in that show.
Oh man, fantastic. So I don't even remember where we were. So professor's calling to you guys. Who goes in? Okay, Diadra. Anybody else?
Did I persuade Bartleby to bring the food inside?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
dragging it in as I also just am like eating the haunch of a rabbit. Like fiery
Gristle.
growl, smoked grease dripping down my lip.
Drowl smoked grease.
It's my specialty.
It's like sparkles off the side of your beard as you step inside with your torch to light it. It's like glistening down the side.
I just have I'm holding the rabbits by the feet, except the one I'm eating, with like berries and like various fruit sticking out, kind of like I'm holding a bouquet upside down. I just kind of throw it into the middle on the ground. Eat up.
Well, I thought I was being more dramatic, but Diadra, could you please grab that coin off the ground out there?
Diadra grabs it and like jogs in and like, oh, this is so awesome. Is that food? Flicks the coin over to Bartleby and maybe snatches a couple berries up.
I'm like, the key is you have to find some kind of fat to baste it in with the twigs. You know what I mean? What's going on?
Look at your hand.
Um,
I'm assuming you caught it when I tossed it at you. It didn't just like smack you in the forehead.
no, it went right past my head. I completely ignored it as I was eating and talking. So now I'm looking at my hand going, am I supposed to see something here?
I was like, what? You don't see that, Bartleby?
Be like, Kyle, what'd I throw at Bartleby?
Oh, I missed it. Food.
Like,
And walk over and
Bartleby.
pick up the coin and bring it back and say, "Look what I found under the altar. A gold coin. And there are more of them down there. Isn't this why we're here?"
I mean,
Yeah, isn't
but
it?
Also food.
Can we? How heavy is the altar?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Come on,
There
let's
seems
try
to
and
be
push
some
it.
kind of device or mechanism underneath it. Perhaps it slides sideways. Maybe it takes a trigger or a mechanism to make it slide.
Let's just try and push it.
I see.
If anything, it might slide backwards or forward. But there's definitely gold down there. I thought this would be more exciting since people have apparently been looking for 200 years, but I guess food is exciting too.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm very excited. I'm also super excited about that really giant spider in Bartleby's hand. How do you not see this, Bartleby?
I mean, just give me a second to like
I just take some wet fruity
get
pebbles
the
and throw them
hangry
at
away, and then I'll be excited.
What'd you
It's like,
say? Dadra?
spider.
What'd you say, Dadra?
I said, just give me a second to wipe away the hangriness, and then I'll be super excited. Don't worry.
Is the altar
Fine.
large or extra large?
As you make your way back there. Thank you.
Brittany!
Gonna say hi?
Brittany!
Oh, she just waves her off.
Hi everyone.
Hello.
Love you.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
That's the most I've seen Brittany in like 2 years.
Steve says that's the most he's seen you in like 2 years. And
I guess a year.
everyone said hi.
I'm gonna see
It's
you
a
in
real person.
9 days.
She's got a whole body,
Are you
not just an
okay?
arm.
Sorry about that.
Hey.
She was so embarrassed to actually show her face that she tripped on my bag on the way out.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I guess if I was like a part-time model, I'd be pretty embarrassed too.
Okay, I set traps for my wife too.
Nice. Okay.
That's always hanging on to this insurance paper.
Someday.
Someday this will pay off.
Unfortunately, never mind. So while
Matt picks it up.
Everyone
and we all
else-
hear zzzz. We don't need to know what you do.
I believe he was insinuating it was a dildo or some sort of vibrator.
it was a Mick dildo.
Oh, the dawn!
So it was an Irish one.
So Professor White Pebble
I'm going away.
is like, I take it you're kind of like exasperated, slumped shoulders while everyone else is eating food and you
not
are
eating.
trying to discover ancient hidden treasure.
I mean, like, I've been with this party long enough to understand some fairly basic tenets. And I'm going to grab, like, basically all of the berries because nobody's going for them and walk back in to the altar area and just start, like, looking around for any devices on the walls, any, candelabras mounted, to pull and push on, and just eating berries and looking around the
Okay.
altar.
All right, roll me a investigation check. Looking for any kind of levers or candelabra or anything like that.
Yeah, any stones that move, any fixtures that turn or push or pull. Yeah.
Okay, so you're eating berries and you're just kind of like fiddling with stuff on the altar.
Yeah, on the altar,
or around the
on
room.
the walls around the altar, that sort of thing.
Okay, so around the rest of the room, not the altar itself. I gotcha. Is that right?
Yeah.
All of the above.
I've already looked at the altar, so I was more thinking like the walls in the nook around it, the floor around it, that sort of thing.
Well,
Okay.
the only time we touched it, though, we went in
This is true.
to the vision.
This is true. I do have at least one idea that's on the altar, but I'm reluctant to touch it again. So investigation and modifier is that's helpful. 13.
Okay, with 13, you kind of peruse around the surroundings that you hadn't taken in very clearly yet, since the altar had really dominated your focus. You see a couple stands that may have held objects at one point. They stand there empty now. There is an old, it was once a wood cabinet that the paint has peeled off of over a long time, and the doors are no longer even there. There's nothing inside. You do find two well-carved sconces on each side of the room, but pulling on them, playing with them, fiddling with them, rubbing them up and down does not have any effect.
Really? Nothing squirts out or grows
Jack,
magically?
Shut the fuck up.
Jack, we're trying to play D&D here.
I'm playing D&D, all right? This is the dungeons part, okay?
Only I am allowed to make the phallic jokes. The players don't get to make sconce.
What page is that? What page is that in the
He's
DM's
like,
guide?
Oh no. You don't find anything particularly akin to what you were looking for there.
You're really quiet.
You don't find anything particularly akin to what you were looking for there, unfortunately.
All right.
I was too loud, and it's mad about it. It's offended.
Is there a way to like turn off that setting?
Apparently not, because I've looked for it.
No, it's an automatic filter. Diadra gets up, just like still eating a rabbit, like, and just goes and like rubs the altar, just like straight pulls her hand down it.
Damn it, that's what I was gonna do.
You go right up to the altar, you reach out and touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Rub your hand across it. Nothing happens.
Do I have anything?
Hey, Prof. I touched it, nothing happened.
Well, hey, hopefully we're inoculated against its magical next time.
I think
How about
Saffron
the
just wanted to
medallion?
show us something, you know? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Take a chill.
The crest on the front. push it or turn it or see if it'll do anything.
I do that.
You do what?
I mess with the crest on the front.
You mess with the crest on the front. It's not easily messed with.
Is there like any art or symbols on the walls anywhere, or is it pretty bare?
It's pretty bare at this point. It was a fairly wasn't a completely stark space originally. You don't get the feel that it was like completely bare and empty and unornamented, but you can tell from the designs it was always the designs of what is there, the pillars. It was always fairly minimal in this space. It wasn't gaudy or heavily ornamented at all.
Okay.
And that kind of lines up with what you know about Savras and his followers. It's just that they were not caught up in concerns of the moment, of physical concerns of ownership. They were much more interested in larger philosophical concepts of determination and fate and things like that.
I say, Niagara, those gloves of yours, did they work immediately or did you have to sleep overnight with them on?
No, it was immediate.
All right, here's the plan. You give me those, and then we both push on the altar.
Here's a better plan. I keep the gloves, and we get Kimbo to help me push on the altar.
Kimbo! We've got your favorite activity.
I'm already drinking.
Your second favorite activity.
I don't think I'm allowed to do that here.
The one where you push on things, smash your head into them, generally take out your unwarranted aggression against inanimate objects.
He just comes walking right into the room.
Oh yeah, that's number 4. Eh?
It seems like the altar ought to be able to slide either forward or backwards. You want to help Diadra and see if it'll move?
I don't know if I really need her help, but you can do whatever you want.
Rude. Like, hey, I called you in here, buddy.
He just goes up to it and leans and goes to start pushing. You start pushing too, Diadra?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me a strength, an athletics check with advantage as he helps you.
Athletics with advantage.
Yeah.
Can I help too?
You can, but it's already got advantage. Nothing more to do there. So you can go
Okay.
help them if you want to.
Ooh.
Never mind. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, me
Small
too.
amount of effort, and suddenly there's like a grind as this ancient roller mechanism is engaged, and much easier than you expected. The altar just with a low noise is rolled back, and below, carved into the stone floor, is a hidden compartment, and you behold spread around this compartment out of a small bag dumped all over are 25 gold coins and a key.
Ooh, dibs on the key. I'll reach
I
down
would
and
have
grab
my
it.
unseen servant pick up the key and hand it to me instead. It's already down in the hole.
Oh,
You just see as you go to reach for it, Carrick, it just lifts up in the air. And
I'm gonna chase after it and try and like leap and grab it out of the air.
okay, we're gonna have a contested sleight of hand check from Carrick versus
Oh, yeah.
an Arcana check from Professor Whitepebble. Here we go.
Shit.
13.
That's a 10.
My roll tonight.
The key doesn't move very fast, but neither does Carrick.
Dang it.
You kind of reach for it and you're focused on it, and you don't realize that the altar's still there. It's just moved. You kind of catch it with your hip, as you go by. You're like,
Oh, damn. Fuck, son of a bitch. Key, get back here.
Professor Whitepebble's waiting
Okay.
for grasp.
I would like to look at the key and see if it is any, unique shape or recognizable shape, possibly similar to any of the architecture or ornamentation of the facility we are in.
So, you examine the key and see very quickly that it has the metal, the head of the key where you hold is shaped very specifically in a question mark. And you also sense that there may be a bit of magical energy coming from it.
Fascinating. Okay.
If you'd like, you can roll an Arcana check to try
Sure.
to understand more.
Sure. Let's do that. There we go. A good roll. 24.
Okay, with a 24, you actually recognize that this is a magical device that some of your peers at the library had used or at least talked about using, and it's a wondrous mystery key, which means sometimes when you put it into a door, it will unlock it, or any sort of lock. You put it into a lock, and sometimes it will unlock it. And the magic
Fascinating.
is there's some debate on how exactly in your circles. There's been some debate on how exactly the magic works and makes that happen.
Cool.
But that is what you know.
So,
Well-
you put it in any lock and it unlocks whatever it's supposed to, or it will just unlock any lock.
It can unlock any lock that you can put it in, maybe.
It doesn't like open up the door to a different dimension or something.
You haven't tried to do that with it.
Obviously, this is over table. I don't know
You
why I'm
what?
bothering. I said, obviously, this is over table. I don't know why I'm bothering.
Well, this key is a magical key that could help us unlock random things in the future, but it's not anything specific.
What the?
That's less gold than
I'll be right back.
What?
You okay?
Just like straight up blue snot all over my hand.
Oh, okay. Did you guys hear that?
Yep.
Okay.
Show did. I thought she got scratched or something.
I thought he shit on her, if I'm being 100% honest. That's a bit more on brand for our cats.
Oh gosh.
there's got to be more than that gold around here, right?
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's something somewhere. Hey, can I see that key for a second?
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know. Just stick it places. Try and
Then
open stuff.
no.
What?
I will
Nothing
happily try it
gross.
on any locks. I do not trust you. Not
Oh.
with your indescript plans.
You said it was magical, right?
Yes, but it's magical in that it sometimes works like a lockpick. Not magical as in it opens every door or makes locks appear or has a specific purpose. It's more of like a...
Try just like sticking it into thin air and turning it.
Yeah, you don't until you try.
Ta-da! Satisfied?
Kyleron comes walking up and like just reaches out to kind of take the key if you let him.
Say, do you have a specific idea for this?
He puts his hand on it and he looks you in the eye and he says, I aim to misbehave.
You know that I'm a professor, right?
I just
Have a specific
I
aversion-
just was gonna try something. It's fine. Never mind. It's
Were
fine.
you gonna stick it in your
Fine.
butt, Kyle? Because that's
As
weird.
long as this only goes in locks and no other orifices.
What? You got a
Well-
chastity belt on or something, Kyle?
Never mind then. You're obviously much smarter than I am.
What other
It's
orifice did you have in mind?
Don't even. I'm just gonna. Kyleron, the future dragon slayer, has more rabbit to eat.
Kyleron, the future dragon slayer, why don't you pull out that gold for us? Maybe take, just a couple pieces
No.
for yourself.
Excuse me. His pay has been
already, like-
decided.
He's already doing it.
I'm just giving him something to do. He ain't going
It's coming out of
anywhere.
your cut.
When does
Oh,
it
looks
not
like
come out of my cut?
there's 20 gold coins here.
20.
I counted 25 there, big guy.
How did you cut? I mean, you must be mistaken.
Bruh. Don't do it. You know we'll
I'll
catch
cut all
you
your
in,
fingers
but
off,
don't
Kyle.
do it.
Stealing doesn't fly here.
Apparently it
You're
does
one
with
to
some of us.
talk about stealing.
What, are you talking about that gold that you lost fair and square?
There's 25.
That's what I thought. Just remember, your fingers wouldn't be the first fingers we've cut off for stealing. Show him the finger, Kimbo.
Ah, I've been holding on to this for just such an occasion.
I forgot about
Oh, that's rank. Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
that is a finger.
You've been
That
warned.
is a finger.
Yeah. A half orc finger. Orc finger? Do we remember who that
Ow.
came off of?
It came off of one of the.
My steward.
It came off of a half orc. It is not half an orc finger.
So, dissatisfied with the resolution of the mystery, Professor White Pebble jumps down into the hole and starts looking around the walls of the hole and the side of the altar that's right in front of him and trying to find like more mysteries to be had, or a place to use the key. But
It's actually just smooth stone down there. It was just carved right out from
Alright.
below the altar. There's nothing of interest besides
Is
the
there
back
anything-
coins and the key.
is there anything like on the altar itself, like on top of the altar?
No, it's just a flat surface. There may have been something adorning it at one point,
But not anymore.
but not anymore. Yeah.
Are there any holes in the crest of the altar, the symbol of the god?
No
In front of the
holes.
altar. Okay. Fine.
Does the temple have a door? The shrine have a door?
The temple, the shrine, the building itself has the large, tall double doors that you first walked into, and then it has. You can go back to the map for a second here. Then it had another set of doors that you had to access. You had to enter to access the altar itself, and then there was also the two rooms to the sides.
Do any of them have locks?
No, they're all just kind of resting there on their hinges, not even latching anymore.
All right. I have exhausted my interest in this room and would like to progress to the side rooms and continue investigating, starting with the one that doesn't have beds in it.
Aha! The one that doesn't have beds in it.
And
Okay.
encouraging the rest of the group. Come on! We found some treasure. There has to be more around here somewhere. You don't wind up with stories like this over 25 gold.
I mean, stories passed down through the ages. That's
Okay.
I once knew a whore named Bertha who lied a lot about stuff like that.
As you guys check out that room to the right, as you come back out and go to your right, you just see some. It looks the map there is actually a fairly good depiction. It's some remnants of simple furniture, and a small hearth where you imagine the simple priests might have cooked their meals, cooked simple meals. Part of the south wall has kind of collapsed there, and the weather is blown in. You kind of look out past the stones and see the remains of the orc camp there, the piled rubble. Back the other way to the other side there, there are some beds that maybe were used more recently, but not too recently. And there's a narrow gap that you can look through the broken stone there out as well. And the mattresses are very you smell like the mildew, the damp, and the mold, and another soot-stained fireplace containing a rusty cauldron hanging from a spit. But no sign of gold. To the right or to the left.
Doesn't anybody have some kind of revealing spell or something?
No, but I can do this.
would detect
kidding.
magic help, Professor?
Did Did you
If
just
the
fart,
key is
Carrot?
magic, would there be a door that's magic?
Well, I mean, I did detect magic over by the altar earlier. I think it was just coming from the altar, though. I can try again.
You were fairly confident in that. That you don't even need to roll history with your brain, with your intelligence score. You don't remember noticing anything else on your detect magic during your detect magic spell.
Magical altar gave us a vision. Don't know if there's anything else to say about that. Maybe just try, hitting it.
The altar?
I mean, what could possibly go wrong?
We could all die, but hey, that's a pretty common thing. So
You're gonna get Kylo worked up again.
he's a tough guy. You talked about it last time. I think we'll be fine.
I go up and just like smack the altar. Show me what you got.
Roll an unarmed strike attack for me.
What do I have? Oh, I still have that hand axe.
13. That wasn't a very good roll.
Crack! Your gauntleted fist smacks it, and there's a resounding crack sound throughout the chamber.
Was it my gauntlet?
You do put a small chip into the stone of the altar. Nothing else happens.
Well. Should I do it again?
Maybe try the crest on the front.
Okay. Straight up. Like that. Smack. I think I'm so funny. Wow, that was only a 10.
You smack the front of the altar where the sigil is, and nothing happens.
Well.
I guess I didn't actually identify the spell on the altar, did I? I just detected it. I could cast Identify and see if I can learn anything else about it. Unfortunately, I don't have it prepared.
No, you already figured out. Alright. I'm gonna shut up.
It's definitely the altar. It's something on the altar, at least. Unfortunately, I don't have it prepared, so it's another ritual. Yay.
Have we checked if there are any small holes or keyholes on the altar itself?
Yeah. We did actually.
Someone try to get Kyler on to reveal his secrets, I say. And I'm going to go cast Identify on the altar, I guess.
Okay, as you begin your ritual spell, what are the rest of you guys doing in this large? This is like a high ceiling, 40-foot tall ceilings. The pillars throughout the room and the old stone floor. The walls on each side leading to the different rooms. Let me see if there's anything else I'm missing in the description here.
I want to go check out the pillars.
It says rows of crumbling pillars support the 40-foot high vaulted ceiling of this hall. A 10-foot square hole in the ceiling leads to the belfry. No rope hangs from the bell, which appears to be made of untarnished copper. The belfry rises up in the center of the building. The sanctuary, visitor sanctuary to the left, and the priest-seer sanctuary to the right. The altar of fate rests in the back of the shrine itself.
I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom.
All right.
Well, that belfry sounded kind of important.
I want to ring the bell.
Well, let's go ring the fucking bell. I don't know if
Ring
it's
that
up there,
bell.
though.
Mm,
There's no ring.
jump on my shoulders.
How high is the belfry?
The ceiling is 40 feet high, and there's a 10-foot square hole in the ceiling that leads up to the belfry.
I don't think that's gonna do it, bud.
I know somebody who's good at arrows.
He did take his headphones off.
I have to use the bathroom too, so maybe I should just do that now.
Should we just do a short break?
Been holding it for a long time.
How late do you guys even want to go? But yeah, you can use the bathroom, Steve. No, you're going to
I'm
hold
ready
it.
I'm ready to go to bed whenever,
You're going to hold it.
but I'm also not going to make us like stop now. I'll be back.
That's fair.
Okay, short break.
All right. I will be right back as well.
Okay,
That's okay.
So Professor begins his casting, his ritual casting. Bartleby and Diageo were talking about trying to get up in the bell tower. Carrick, I don't know what you're doing.
I want to look up in the bell tower too. So there's no way to get up there. It's just like a big old hole 80 foot up or however tall the building is, right?
So you're just standing below looking up at it?
As of right now, yeah.
Yeah, so you just see this vaulted stone ceiling that's withstood so much time with its superior arched construction.
Okay.
And then cut out from it is the square hole. You imagine at one point maybe there was like a ladder or rope ladder situation or some way to access it, but there's nothing. It's just an empty hole, and you can just make out the bell up in there above it.
Okay. Guys, I think we need to figure out a way to get up there to that bell. I want to look at the bell.
Shiny.
Oh, well, sorry. I was thinking to myself. I wasn't listening to any of you. So let's do my plan first.
What's your plan?
My plan was to ask you guys what your plan was and then do whichever one sounds better. So, what was your guys' plan?
We didn't have one.
Okay, we'll go with mine then. Ah, crap.
Anything, Bartleby? Anything to add?
Yes. I'm reading my notes about myself.
All right.
Crap, I didn't add any of that rope to my inventory.
You guys were saying something about just having Carrick shoot it, weren't you?
Yeah, but didn't we have a conversation about how that wouldn't work? If you shot an arrow with the rope attached to it?
I just meant shoot the bell. Shoot an arrow with a rope.
Yeah, can I shoot the bell?
You can shoot the bell.
I just want to try and ring it a
You
little
can
bit.
try to shoot the bell.
I can try to shoot the bell. Here's to hoping. What's the bell's AC?
Oh my god.
Is it better than a dirty 20?
No, it's not. You shoot the arrow up, and it hits, and echoing around the chamber below is kind of a dull clank.
A clank instead of a dong? Well, that was a little boring. Crappy bell, huh?
Well, something's not right. We should try to get up there. Anybody got like a grappling hook or something? I don't know. Oh, Kimbo, give me your meat hook.
Oh no.
But I was saving these for old Frosty.
Well, you can have it back in a second. I just want
Okay, fine, you can have it.
Let's tie. I want to tie a rope to it and start like swinging it and try to like hook it on something up there.
All right, you can try to hook it on something up there. So I'm going to set a DC in my brain, and you don't get to know what it is, and you are going to have to roll for me.
What am I rolling?
A ranged melee. I'm sorry, a ranged weapon attack.
I don't think I have a plus for that.
You're just going to roll a d20, and it's not something you're proficient with, but you can add your strength.
50.
With a 15, you launch it up. It hooks onto the edge. And you don't know if you can move it at any angle, but the hook is hooked and attached to the rope dangling below.
Test it. Like, you pull on it a little bit, test if on some weight.
Yeah, straight down below it, you can pull. It seems to be stuck on the edge, and 15 was the DC.
Oh, yeah. Carrot, you should climb up.
Ugh, fine. And I'll drop my bag, my bow, my sword, like everything that will make me heavier, since that looks really sketchy.
I'll catch you if you fall. It's okay.
I don't trust you at all. And then I'll start climbing up.
Hang on, I need to find the falling damage table.
Isn't it like a d6 per 10 feet or something like that?
I believe so. I believe that's exactly it. I wanted to make sure.
Sorry, I meant 1 per every 50 feet.
Yep, 1d6 damage for every 10 feet.
Curses.
So at the most, you're going to take, probably 3d6 at the most.
Okay. You better fucking catch me, Deandra.
If you're going to just climb this thing, I need an athletics check.
An athletics check. Okay.
What are you doing, Bartleby?
I'm going to use my inspiration.
I'm watching them.
Okay.
I rolled the exact same fucking thing. All right. 10.
10.
Fuck. Oh, I'm about to die. No, I'm not. I'm about to get hurt.
With a 10, you start out pretty quick and swift, but you are just straight up climbing this rope that you are trying to keep very still because you don't want to wiggle it too much and pull it off its hook, especially as you get higher. And you get about halfway and you start to get a little scared. You're 20 feet up. You got 20 feet to go. Your arms are getting a little tired. And at that point, you just decide to go ahead and let yourself down. Or you can try to push on through your fear to the top and roll me another check at disadvantage.
At disadvantage. What is the wall made out of? Or am I even next to a wall? Or am I just sort of hanging in
No,
midair?
you are
right
hanging
now?
in the
I'm
open in
hanging
the
in
center of this cavernous room.
Wait,
Okay.
don't move.
Okay,
I'm going to
Bartleby.
use my performance of creation to create a wooden step ladder under you. I don't know what size because it's only defined as large. That will have to be up to someone else to decide. But that will allow
What the hell
you.
is performance of creation?
Remember when I made that little piece of wood we crossed the river with like a year ago?
No,
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
No,
Oh,
wait.
yeah, he wasn't.
That was
that.
like...
It's that.
It's like,
I can make things. I have animated performance, which is separate, but I also just have regular performance of creation. I because of my magics, I can create an object that is non-living, stationary, only up to a certain size, can be sustained, has to be on a solid surface or in a liquid, and can be sustained for up to 3 hours. But the definitions are loose. So it could be 5 feet tall. It could be 20 feet tall and 1 inch. I don't really know. Could be 20 feet tall and 1 inch. But either way, I will place it right under Carrick so that he does not have to go down as far.
As you begin casting, what does it look like, Bartleby, to the rest of your party?
Like a wooden stepladder.
I meant the cast.
It has beams of wood.
That's fine.
Clicks across it. Parallel are other beams of wood. It forms a triangular shape. Magic that hasn't been seen for thousands of years in the sacred geometries of the druids. Fucking stepladder.
God damn it.
Killing Jack.
Oh my gosh.
There were tales told.
Oh my god.
Amazing.
You made me cry my own tears.
Coming into tangible existence, manifesting itself out of the very atoms, the molecules that make up the air below you, Carrick, becomes 20 feet, 1 inch high, a wooden step ladder, and you point your toe a little farther and are standing on it.
Okay. So I'm gonna stand on that to try and take a little weight. I'm not gonna put all my weight on it. I'm gonna just sort of split my weight evenly between the rope and the ladder. And I'm like, okay, thanks, Bartleby. I have no clue where this came from, but that was pretty cool.
I know.
Hey, Kimbo!
Because it's 20 feet tall, as you do that, it sways a little bit.
Oh boy. Okay. Hey, Kimbo! You still have that immovable rod?
Oh, it's in here somewhere.
Can I have it?
Give me a good reason I should hand it to you.
I might be able to find the treasure with it, and then we'll all be very, very rich.
Here you go. It's right here.
Thanks, buddy.
I was
So
hoping you'd
wanna-
say, because Diadra's getting bored with it.
Shut your mouth.
Get it?
Oh my
Because the rod.
gosh. Yeah.
Yeah, we got it.
You brought it back.
Okay.
Immovable?
I already have inspiration, Matt, but you can send me money. It's fine.
I like that. That's what you were hung up on, Luke. I was trying to figure out the same thing.
Okay.
Money,
you want a
money,
movable
hitting
rod?
your way, Bartleby.
All right.
I'll split the
So-
profits of this stream.
Who said I was splitting the profits?
I never told you about those
Me?
profits. Don't worry about it. Okay, so
splitting
you
it
have the
0
immovable
100.
rod. Kimbo flicks his wrist, and you grab it out of thin air easily. You guys are good at this shit.
Okay.
What do
So
you
I'm
do?
going to grasp it firmly in my dominant hand, thumb over the button. Okay. Matt, are you familiar with Ninja Warrior? With the Ninja Warrior obstacle, where it's like straight up and it's like two loops, like two like rings on a string, and you pull yourself up and it sort of holds. I would like to do something similar to that with the rope and the immovable rod.
You're gonna wrap the rope around the rod and then set it in place.
No, I'm gonna like lift myself up a little bit with the rope, lift the rod up, stop it, lift myself up with the rod, go on the rope, undo the rod, do it
Okay.
like a ladder sort of thing.
All right. Please roll me an athletics check with advantage.
Ooh. No whammy. Okay, that's a 15.
With a 15, you all watch Carrick slowly pull himself up from the magical step ladder and rise up into the air, holding on to only the immovable rod and the rope. It's like you're just floating upwards, hoisted by your arms, until You grab hold of the edge and pull yourself up, and you guys watch as the
Stop.
cloak of Carrick disappears over the edge as you roll yourself up and over. You're now up in the belfry, just below the bell, up above.
Okie dokie. So I was like, oh man, I need to, I don't know, work out a little more or something. Oh gosh, that was hard. And then I'll stand up, a movable rod in this hand, give the bell a little knock, and like inspect and investigate the bell a little bit since it made a weird sound when I shot it.
Okay, roll investigation for me.
Fuck you, dice. Oh my gosh. That's a 5. Fuck.
With a 5, you hit the bell and it goes goes something like this. Thunk.
Huh. Interesting.
Can we see into the bell?
It's kind of hard to see it from down below, but you can. It's just a little dark. It's, about 45 feet up.
So the bell looks like copper, right? Or bronze or whatever it was supposed to be made of. Whatever bells are made of.
You rolled a fucking 5.
You see that it is.
My passive investigation's 11. Is that where? Can I tell what color it is?
Roll persuasion on the DM.
Okay. Fuck! That's 6! Rolling so bad.
Okay.
Carrick,
Dumbass, I'm coming up next.
Carrick, you see up in this exposed belfry, you can look out over the edge and see the landscape from far and wide, with a much higher view and angle than you had from the tower. It's exposed on all 4 sides. The bell is, and the copper bell is shiny orange, and it made a think sound when you hit it.
Pussy.
It's like I hit that pretty hard, Bartleby. There's something up with this bell, guys. I don't know what it is, but it's not right.
Okay.
Can you cut it down?
You want me to cut the bell down?
Yeah, dude. After we move.
Are we all in agreement?
They take that for good money at the scrapper places.
Oh, okay. What is holding up the bell?
A very thick, heavy, weathered rope.
Okay. I thought I didn't bring anything but daggers up here with me. Crap. And I'm significantly below where that rope connects to the bell.
Not
right?
significantly. You can't quite just like stand there and reach it, but if you're gonna try to do something with the rope, you can probably kind of like climb up on the bell a little bit, hang off the edge of the railing beside the bell.
Okay.
You can get to it.
I'm gonna try and do like a little acrobatic almost sort of thing.
Let me see if it says anything about the bell, about the size of it or anything like that.
Yes, I know.
It's about 4 feet wide.
Okay.
And weighs quite a bit. As you go up and stand on it, it like feels really heavy.
Okay.
Just sways just a little under the rope.
I want to move
Okay.
the step ladder and anything under near where the bell might drop.
So I want to.
Kimbo's just standing there looking up.
Kimbo!
I'm gonna like climb up on the bell a little bit, and then get up to where I'm about like shoulders level with the rope. Then put my arm up and click the immovable rod into place, so I'm hanging there. And then I'm gonna take out a dagger and start cutting the rope. And I'll be like, "Oh wait, hey guys, let me know when you're ready for me to drop it."
The rest of you hear Kimbo. Hey, Kyle, come look at this.
Oh my god!
Kimbo, I will push you into the way.
I think I could see it quite fine. Thank you. Good job, Carrick.
You guys ready or not? I can't hang here forever.
Oh, fine. And Kimbo steps out of the way.
Okay, I want to start cutting the rope.
Okay, start cutting the rope. You begin sawing. The old weathered rope has withstood the test of time, but the sharpened blade of an elven dagger is a different enemy altogether. And after about 30 seconds, you have begun to make a good amount of effort in it, and the twine begins to pull. You continue to slice and saw what you can until after a minute. It releases.
Look out below!
Falling all the way down and crashing on the floor. The orange, untarnished copper paint cracks and peels back in different places and flakes off in others from the impact. And in front of all of you, a heavy thud and a crash, but not a clang, is a solid gold bell.
Damn right.
Of course.
Fucking knew it.
Now, what the fuck are we supposed to do with this thing?
Good point.
Shit. Bag of holding?
I'm gonna head this one off at the pass. It's too big to fit. It's too big. You'd have to. I'm not saying
Bag.
don't try to think of a clever way to get it in there. You guys can do that in your own time.
I can hold up to 500 pounds.
But as you sit there and take in more currency than you've ever laid eyes on in one place, Kyleron lets out a Kimbo joins in. About fucking time. And that is where we're gonna leave off.
What is it, guys? What's up? What's wrong with it?
What the hell are you doing out there?
We found it.
And now you guys have at least a week to figure out what to do with a solid gold bell.
Shit.
Professor, you want to roll an intelligence check for me?
I swear to God, all but one of my rolls tonight have been sixes. What is it? Int Yeah, so that's 13.
Say again.
13.
It it occurs to you with a 13 that you could write an entire lecture on the wicked things that one could do with that amount of money. You estimate approximately 3,000 gold pieces worth
That's it.
off the top of your head.
Fuck yes.
Money.
Dad gets excited.
Cool.
No, we
That's
can't
a lot of
trust him.
gold.
Or can we? We did scare him pretty good. Oh well. Problem for next week.
Is you playing the music, Lizzie?
No, I couldn't get it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was really proud of how I outroed that
It was good.
scene. Oh well.
Sorry.
Okay, we
That's
all got
okay.
to enjoy it.
Everyone but Lizzie.
And all of our devoted watchers.
Our many watchers. They are legion.
I'm just going to go ahead and add 3,000 gold to my inventory.
I love this. Everyone's just kind of like sitting around, like gears are turning. Like you guys are making me feel like you want to keep playing. I love it.
I already know what we're gonna have to do. I just don't know how we'll do it. I don't know how we can make a fire that hot
I know.
and then build a wagon.
That's what you guys are thinking of? Oh.
What else would you do?
I was just thinking about leaving it there and leaving Kyle with it. But I don't know if we've scared him properly to.
I am very sad that
Gold
TJ
melts
missed
very
out on
well.
the discovery of all the gold.
Yeah.
But I hope he appreciated the line I threw him. I
So,
thought he probably would have said it a little grumpier than I did, but that was the best I could do.
did we get to know, was the key supposed to help us get the bell down, or is it irrelevant towards that? I'm curious.
Oh,
I think it's
need
just
to
a magic
stop
item.
the music. It's a magic item.
Okay.
Thank you, Carrick. Perfect.
All right. I'm going to hit the hay
Go for it.
after about an hour of more packing.
I really need. Oh man, hang in there, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's fine. This is fun.
He needs
Alright.
to organize his tools. Don't feel too bad for him.
All right.
All right.
We'll see you guys
So
next
just
week.
to reestablish real quick, we're gonna aim for next week. But if you guys start to feel like it's not gonna happen, just let us know as soon as you can.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
ideally, I think we'll be able to make both Wednesdays. But, like next week and the week after. Tentatively.
I'm a little unsure because I don't know what my internet situation is going to be.
He'll have to figure that out. Yeah.
So, yeah. But you guys can play without me for a week. It won't matter.
We're reaching a point of the campaign where it's getting harder and harder to not have everyone.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll be here then. I'll figure it out. I have plenty of houses I can go to.
Or we can wait another week. I'm going to leave you with one other thing to chew on besides the bell conundrum. The bell dundrum. Bell drum.
Conundrum.
The canun bell. The campaign is not too far from complete. And that's kind of abstract and vague. And I'm not going to tell you if I mean you're 75% of the way through or 95% of the way through. But I would like you all to occasionally, in a little bit of downtime, when you start thinking about D&D, to maybe begin to consider what you want your character to do afterwards and how you want your character to end their story. There is no right answer. And their story doesn't even have to end. It doesn't have to come to an end. But I just want to let you guys think about that kind of thing in whatever way you would. So.
No right answers, but there's tons of wrong ones, guys. Okay.
I have 2 ideas. 3 ideas.
We don't want to hear them. All right. We'll see you guys. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
I'm gonna go too.
There is quite a bit more fun to be had. This is not like one more session kind of thing, just to clarify. It's not like we're not at that point.
All right.
Love you. Bye.
Goodbye.
I'm going to blast you. Love you. Bye.
All right. Love you. Bye. I need to as well. So,
Yep.
love you. Bye.
Bye.